Ah, 14 minutes or actually quarter past or quarter to 4 p.m. right here on Farmers Media. This is an award-winning station, online station, courtesy of Farmers. And here we only do one thing and one thing only, and we do it in a perfect way. That is telling the story of an African farmer. And this is the Farm Drive Show with me, Conrad Kibe.
And ZJ Timo.
Yes, and I hope you've enjoyed the Diagnostic Tuesday that was there just before some few minutes ago. That was aired about an hour ago, and I hope you've understood all about potato production, all the managements that come with land preparation, planting, crop and harvest management, all about the production of potatoes. And today we are going to be discussing one more thing about spices. Spices is one thing that is everywhere. Everyone is trying to do spices, and it's something that is becoming a game changer. So we'll be giving you details of that and much more about the spices that you're going to be discussing today. And also remember, we will be here to give you the traffic updates for those traveling right now. Almost everywhere around this country, or perhaps the half of this country, is experiencing the wet. We are in a wet season right now, so you need to be careful on the roads. And definitely for those who are ready to plant, harvest, or do anything in the farm, we'll be giving you the weather updates. And also for those who are dressing, please don't underdress, overdress. We'll be giving you the weather updates. And definitely, as always, in an interesting way, we'll make sure that you end your day in a fantastic way. So wait for that pan of the day at the end. I'll see you. Yeah, imekuwa ni wiki mzima hatujaonana. Huko siko, huko niko. Yeah, but as always, Kiburi FC lazima
I knew
into
it.
the veins.
I told you yesterday.
You cannot laugh to see that because Kiburi FC, you're playing today, you're playing Leicester,
Yes.
and Thursday to chase Liverpool. Okay. So we'll talk about it on Monday
Friday.
because Friday is a holiday.
Okay.
Eid Fitr. Yeah, tuwezi shindwa wakati watu wana fast. So we'll be talking about that game on Monday. To postpone for a very long time, but siku inakuja on Monday. I believe it will be on the 17th.
Yes.
So we'll be discussing about that.
Really kabisa.
Sio? Lakini umekuwa salama.
Niko
Naona umevaa kiweather kabisa.
Hey, but
Weather inakupeleka mbio.
hey, singleness na baridi.
You didn't have to say singleness, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It is
It's
well.
okay. It's well. It's well.
Yeah,
Yeah, at least if you're single, just love the farm. Lakini uko na kuku, how are you single?
Intentional. I'm intentional and focused.
Yes, uko na kuku unalea hapo. So just they're giving you some love.
Okay.
Because they're giving you the production.
All right.
I try to give them some love. You're not alone.
Okay.
Kuna watu si hata hatuna shamba like, but anyway, we just continue. So today we'll be discussing about ginger farming.
Yes.
And when I hear of ginger, I just hear of a song, but I don't know. But the second thing about ginger is the smell.
Strong.
Very strong. So before I did my research, that was me thinking about ginger. Like when someone mentions ginger,
Harufu inakupiga.
harufu kwanza inanitandika ya ginger. Ila kwa na harufu nyingine haitokangi. Then I think about a song. Then now ndio inakuja.
Biscuits. You think about biscuits.
Ginger biscuits, yeah. Lakini zina kwanza. Okay.
And
I don't know how
ginger Kampala,
ginger
Uganda.
Yeah. Okay, that was me before.
Okay.
Thinking about ginger farming.
Okay.
It's actually a thing people do and get into commercial farming about it.
Wow.
So probably you're out there, you're thinking about ginger. Lakini ginger inatolewa hapa, mtu anatoa tu. Don't worry. We have all that information for you to give you all about ginger farming and definitely what needs to be done before you get into ginger farming. Remember two things: patience and intentionality. And above all, just need to do a lot of research when it comes to ginger, because we had to do a lot of research to actually help us do tulisema ni two-way traffic. Yeah? We help each other. So you can comment about what you learned, or probably you tried ginger farming, failed terribly, or you tried where ukapita ukaomoka sasa uko kwenye ginger farming, you're doing it commercially. Talk to us on our comment section, that is on our live stream on our Facebook page, that is A Farmers with Z at the end. Definitely on YouTube, that is at A Farmers Media Kenya. You can talk to us, tuambie what are your experiences. Probably you're just a consumer, you are a producer, you are a farmer, you've tried this, failed, you've tried this, but you've actually had a go through. Just give us your experiences. We shall be reading your comments and definitely sharing with others, because you said it's a learning curve. Really, yes. Right. And yesterday I saw you did a show.
Yes.
And we talked about prices, yeah?
Inflation rates.
Alafu pale chini I saw in the comments, our boss said, I wish I had the 75,000 cabbages. Nilicheka mimi. Kwani nini ulivuguza ukafanya hadi akasikia mambo ya cabbages zangu bado mnaziongelea, but anyway.
That's a story for the tukimalizia show utakuchanua.
Utanichanua hiyo story. Now straight into ginger farming.
Yes sir.
And this is an indigenous plant that is an important, actually it's a very important spice crop around the world. It is valued in medicine as a carminative and stimulant of the gastrointestinal tract. Mambo na tumbo. Inasaidia mambo na tumbo. And dry ginger is used for the manufacture of oil, olesterine, essence, soft drink. Okay.
Yeah.
Soft drink.
Ile soda ya ginger ni tangu wa stone.
Tangawizi is Swahili name for ginger.
Yes.
Okay. So non-alcoholic beverages and as we have talked about, the soft drinks. And actually, just note that India is the largest producer and exporter of more than 50 countries across the world, accounting for probably around 70% of world production of ginger.
Why?
50 countries. Wale watu na spices. Let me tell you my experience about spices with Indians, yeah?
Yes.
I was in a school where we have Hindus, yeah?
Yes.
So tulikuwa tunashangaa, si wanakujanga na lunch, but they have packed lunch. But every time we're trying to get them eating like red-handed, but we would never, even if we take less than 10 minutes to eat. Yaani unachomeka hall ukikula primary school.
Unarudi unapata hakuna bana.
As in atuonangi wasi wakidishi. But now there's a day that we decided to be mischievous.
Yes.
We decided to steal their lunch.
Wow.
So that we just taste. Because we've never caught them in the act of eating. So let's just take away their lunch for one day.
Yes.
This day happened. Tukaweza. So it was this girl knew. But she said, I'll know how I'll get you guys. Here mwezani. Pilipili kwa mwezani. And so we were able to sneak with it kwa hall. That lunchtime, we all had driving license. I kid you not.
Spices.
Look up. That's how she knew when I'll come and maybe a lunch.
I'm telling you, kuna time plan. Mimi nilidandia visiting. Nikadandia visiting ya mwindi. Leo kiroma iko inakoleka bana. But I came to understand that actually spices, especially the spices they use, ni muhimu sana kwa body. Au wanatumia natural spices.
The natural. Unasikia hizi zinatengeneza the gastrointestinal tract. Wale una shida ya tumbo.
Say your tumbo yake iko tumbo mwindi.
Very very clean. So as we tried, it's trying like I was talking to a friend of mine. Alafu wananishow like if you try giving a street kids clean food, wataendesha bana. Because the
tumbo imezoea
kusifu chakula kama hiyo. So you bring in clean food.
Yes.
Tumbo itakataa, ita reject na wataumwa sana. So it's the same with us when you try eating dirty food. And then you're intentional about it. You're like, nimeona mali imetoka. Wacha na hivyo tulog siku. Like you've seen where it's coming from. Like umeona ile nyanya imeshona maji ya swamp ama maji ya river.
Pale kwa sewage.
Nakatakatiwa kachumbari. Utaanza kumwona tumbo because you've thought about it, and then your stomach
mambo chafu.
Yeah, so they are talking about India with spices, and you can see they are leading with ginger. Tomorrow probably we'll be talking about garlic, and we'll try and do more spices because it's a game changer. People are trying, and people are into spices. You look around.
Very true.
And we'll try and help you as a farmer out there who is trying to do something new or to explore something new. And spice farming or spices and herb farming is something you can try at home. And
so also, in addition to that, we will do spice because we want to make the conversation spice.
Okay. That one ulikuwa umetafuta. Hiyo ulikuwa.
Anyway, it is well. Yes.
That's spicy now. So some fun facts about ginger.
Yes.
Definitely we start with that.
Yes.
And the first one is ginger is actually a rhizome, not a root. It's a rhizome.
It's a stem.
Yep. Ginger is a stem. Ndio maana ukikata inakuanga ni ngumu bwana.
Ginger is a stem.
Yeah, it's a stem.
Okay.
It's not a root.
Yeah, that's a fun fact.
As you have said, it's a stem because a rhizome is like an underground stem.
Yes.
So that's one. A ginger plant is an herb. It's a herb.
Definitely.
It's a herb. Kizungu. It's a herb. It's a herb. Ginger is a herb.
Yes.
But I don't know why you put it in spices.
Aonangi kwa hoteli unaendanga unaitisha dawa. umechemshiwa ginger na nini unakunywa hapo.
It's 250 shillings.
Imagine.
I know. I've tried that one. Yeah. Wow. Things that you've done just fit in. Oh God.
Alafu nitisha honey.
I'll never give someone else 250 shillings to just
because
give me
of
that
now.
now.
And that ginger is inakwanga, I think right now it's a bit expensive too because definitely prices mepanda. But
Well, I'll rather buy ginger and go.
Mtengeneze yako.
Because it's just ginger, hot water, and
Lemon
honey.
and honey. Dawa.
I took. I've never been to there. Si tunaelewana ni wapi? You've taken lemon. It's hot lemon water.
Yes.
It's 100 shillings.
Yes.
Just hot water, some lemon and honey. It's 100 shillings.
Akucheki na
Some of these things we do this CBD. Anyway, ginger is a part of Zingabarakae family, which also includes of turmeric and cardamom.
Even garlic, you must spice yote unajuanga hiyo line.
Hizo zote
Zinaendanisha pamoja.
Zingabarakae. Yeah, that's a family of kina cardamom, turmeric, garlic, all those. It's a family. It's one family. And also the fourth one is ginger is a native to southeastern Asia.
It has to.
Definitely. It has to come from that side. Yeah, what to Africa, the gingers or the spices tumeziona juzi anyway.
Ginger ya Africa tu pekee ni ya Uganda.
Don't talk about Uganda. Don't just be doing such about Uganda. They're just good people.
Oh, no.
You can also grow ginger from rhizomes found at grocery stores.
Yes.
So probably that's what you partake as a consumer.
So there are no seeds.
Yeah, there are no seeds.
Oh.
You just grow from
the plant, the rhizome itself.
Yeah, the rhizome itself. Okay. Mature ginger rhizomes, once mostly commonly sold in grocery stores that you uko kwa market, are harvested after 10 to 12 months.
Wow, 1 year period of maturity.
Yes. You see how much patience you need.
Hey, you need patience.
Intentionally.
So you can
a lot of intention.
You're planning yote,
piga
dawa, nini, maji, rainfall, nini, short rains, long rains.
Lazima
stay tuned hapa kwa sababu ya weather updates.
Yes. Lazima uko unajua. And also ginger is popularly grown in warmer regions and the tropics.
Okay.
Talking about places sasa kama huku Kitengela, Namanga, Isinya, those like coast. very warm areas. Yeah. Okay. Hii huwezi enda kujaribu place very na baridi mingi sana. Don't survive. Yeah.
Okay, so.
And also ginger can be cultivated all round. It's an all round type of plant.
Okay.
However, the best time to plant them is unaona hii wakati tuko, and that's why it's very timely to talk about ginger right now.
Yes.
Because we are actually in the wet season, in the long rains.
Yes.
This is the best time. Okay. If it's not now, then it's towards the end of the long rains.
Towards the end of the long rains.
Yeah, so ni hapa. Yeah, before tuingie kale kajua kanawaka. It's around when?
In January.
Actually, this is the best. This is the best time. This is the best time. Either now when we have the long rains, or December as we are ending the short rains.
Yes.
Tukienda sasa kuingia sasa
January jua kwa.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the best time to do a ginger farming. But right now, because we're in May, you may take it up. And this one took me out. A ginger plant can grow up to 4 feet tall.
4 feet tall?
4 feet.
Wow, that's 1.2 meters.
You are not Shana kama Lilian. Oh. 4 feet. Yeah, 4 feet.
It is well. Yes.
It can be that's tall. Yeah, so those are some of the fun facts that we have about ginger. Probably you can do your research more, and you can do some of your research and try to understand more of the ginger fun facts. There's so many.
Yes.
Around, when I checked, there were around 56. We couldn't do all of them, so I just picked one. There's so many. So ukikuwa pale kwenye wifi yako, kwenye bandari zako, you can try and do some fun facts. Just research about ginger, and you'll find out so many things that you never knew. Probably zile vitu zinaweza tibu. Ginger inakuanga kila mtu ginger right now. Ginger and garlic is doing well because of COVID-19.
Nasikia hebu chemshio kitu
ginger, ginger, garlic, lemon, all these are doing perfectly well in the market.
Hata unafaa kuzita hiyo familia za Rebecca.
that family. So when you
Yeah.
come in to do ginger farming, what you
Yes.
need to understand is the climate and the soil.
Yes.
Very, very important to understand what kind of climate I am supposed to be in and
Yes.
what kind of soil I'm supposed to be using. And
Yes.
ginger grows best, as we have said, in warm and humid climates.
Yes.
So it mainly cultivated in the tropics from sea level to an altitude of around 1500 meters,
Wow.
and also both under rain-fed and irrigated conditions. So you can irrigate ama tunatumia mvua, as you have said, because it's more of the humid climate.
Yes.
So for successful cultivation of this crop that we're talking about, that is ginger,
Yes.
a moderate rainfall at this towards your wakati wa kunini, the sowing time, till the rise of sprout. Zikisprout, fairly heavy and well distributed showers during the growing period, and dry weather temperature until we're talking about probably tunachezea 20 to 30 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
For about a month before harvestings are very necessary. So you're talking about the sowing time.
Yes.
The moderate rainfall, lazima ikue, it's very moderate.
Yes.
So probably it will do well in the warmer areas and also in the humid areas.
Okay.
And you're also talking about the sowing time. During the sowing time, when you're having that moderate rainfall,
Yes.
it will be best until when the rhizome, the stem, sprouts. Ikishachipuka, that's the best time. And sasa when you have the heavy rainfall, especially for those in humid ama place kuna the tropical, yeah.
Yes.
When you have the heavy and well distributed rain,
Yes.
hapa sasa ni mali inaanza sasa kugrow after imeshachipuka.
Yes.
And that's why you're saying it's good to start before, when you have the long rains. Just before, that's when you're doing your sowing time, una plant kidogo kidogo, so that hiyo mvua kidogo inakam inafanya the sprout the rhizome of the stem to sprout. When it sprouts, sasa mvua ikishaingia hivi sasa, it's the best for growing. Inakuwa fiti, and then the temperature is about 20 to 30 degrees. So unaona watu ambao wako in the 20s, that sasa people who are getting very heavy rainfall, alafu 30 sasa ni ukienda na Manga, Isinya, all those places, ukienda na coast, sasa now when you wanna get 30 to 35, can do well even in 35. Yeah, and the prevalence of high humidity throughout the crop period is very desirable. So when you have in high humidity, it's very okay. Usishtuke.
So I think you crop inaweza fanya fiti sana hii maeneo ya coast especially.
Yes.
Kwa sababu hiyo heavy air, unaita heavy humid air.
Humid ile unashuka hivi coast, unagongwa na humidity fulani,
unaanza kusikia man nina sweat.
Ika kunanyesha hapa una sweat. Yeah, there's a lot of humidity in those areas. And also ginger thrives best in well drained soils.
Yes.
Like sandy soil, clay soil, red loam. Nimeisema vizuri?
Yes.
Red loam. Mbona najishuku? Red loam and lateritic loam.
Wow.
Okay, there's lateric loam
and red loam ni ile ya kutoka pale Nyeri.
Yeah, hiyo ni yetu. The red soil. That's ours. Yes. But also don't worry if you're in a clay soil. Sawa. Clay loam.
Well drained.
Na sandy. As this is the key thing. Or this is a catch. Well drained soil. Period. Yes. If you have a soil that is well drained, you're good to go. You're good to have the ginger farming. Ginger will thrive in that well drained soil.
Yes.
And also, we're talking about, however, being an exhaustive crop, soil should be rich in fertility. The soil that you're having, not just making sure that it's well drained, also make sure the fertility rate is very, very high.
And I think that's why some farmers, actually many farmers who do ginger, wana prefer kuplant wakiweka fertilizer. Nakumbuka tulikuwa tunaongelea ilikuwa onions. Ndio mtu ana plant I think ni onions ama ni cabbages. Ndio tulikuwa tunaongelea mtu ana plant applying fertilizer. Zero. So your process pia kama kasoil kako fertile. Ni maana lazima pia ufanye soil testing. Tuitia perfect farmers.
Definitely. When it comes to climate and soil, climate, you just do your research, you just know where you're located, how well is the climate of there. But if you come into the soil, if you want to do some soil testing, if you want to understand your soil pH, just come to a farmers who can help you. We have they are called extension officers, agronomists. We can help you do all that. We definitely will give you quality services at a very, very affordable rate. But our qualities are extremely very, very high. And our services and our rates are very, very affordable. So just talk to us. Our number definitely is on the screen, or you can DM us. Just talk to us. We help you understand what type of soil pH you have. We'll be talking about the soil pH of the best soil pH for ginger farming. Definitely, if you want anything else pertaining soil testing, soil pH, anything to do with the soil, anything to do with your land preparation from the start, as your land, they call it quote unquote virgin land. If you want to start from there, we'll help you get through or get along all that. So just talk to us on all our social media platforms. We are will be gladly be receiving your comments, your feedback. We shall be in communication. Don't worry about the proximity or the location. Hizo zote we can work with the logistics. Kwanza sahi kumefunguliwa, we can travel anywhere. The only place you cannot go is India. Yeah. Ndege zimekatazwa kuingia na kutoka. By the way, and Somalia for today. Yeah, wamefunga pia ndege za Somalia. So those are the only two people, or the two persons from those two places. It's unfortunate because ginger comes from India. Apparently. So yeah, if you're there, just ask your expert. And also Somalia, unfortunately today. So don't worry. If you're in any other part of this world, be pass. Yeah, just talk to us. We will jet there. Holla at us. We'll be there to help you, because we are here to help you attain knowledge and definitely grow your profits. And so when it comes to preparation of land, which is very important. This is a key step. When you miss it, you're done. After the soil, you don't know. Now you can imagine you don't know your soil pH. You don't know what kind of soil you have. Then you've not prepared your land. You're just creating your L's. You're just enlarging your L from size 18 to 34. You know. Increase your L yako. So the preparation of land starts with the receipt of early, as you've talked about, early, the long rains, the short rains. Just when it comes to the winter or conclude.
Kwa hivyo winter yetu inakwanga July, si ndio?
Yes, our fake winter is
but I think there are sometimes when it was really cold in Nyeri, it's not. Nyahururu
huko zinangukanga. Tunastanga mvua ya. Tulikuwa tunaita mvua ya nini?
Hailstone.
There's a name. Tulikuwa na ushamba. That's all I can say, tulikuwa na ushamba.
So actually, during this period of time, as we conclude May to June,
this is a perfect time. Perfect time to do the land preparation and everything. So that's why this conversation is very timely for you. Who probably is thinking of starting spice farming. Probably who tried and failed because you had not done your research well. Someone who actually just wants to do this either as a hobby, as a profession. Either way, you're doing ginger farming. So the land is to be plowed 4 to 5 times or dug thoroughly to bring the soil to fine till. Lazima ufanye 4 or 5 times plow. Hiyo
inamaanisha ni kama una circulate hiyo mchanga. Juu chini unapita na tinga na rodi.
Lazima ile tinga lazima ipite pale. And so now you see, when it comes to such land preparation, you have to be there as a farmer. You have to wacha kupeana kudelegate kazi. Sijui niliwatuma wanakuja watu be there.
You really got it.
Be there. I've been in such situation where someone shamba ni yake. But why are you coming at 12?
Why are you
coming at 12? Why? What's wrong with you?
You know they're the boss.
Well, why are you coming at 12?
Yes, I hear you.
Why?
That's intentional.
And why are you not there? Unapata tractor ishamaliza kazi.
Now,
you don't even know what has gone into the land preparation. You've just been there given notes. Amefanya. Sasa iko. No, be there.
It's an investment.
Even if you don't know so much, just try and say, hapa umefanya, hapa rudia. When they see a boss and the boss says something, wanati. But if they realize, the people who are working for you or working with, they realize you don't have kuna ka skill kidogo they will take
advantage.
So when it comes to land preparation, don't delegate everything to everyone. They're called farm managers, nani. Don't give work to those people.
But
do it, be there. Probably utajua kuendesha tractor, you cannot do it.
But your presence is important.
Do some research about and they call the rings. Hizo zinakonga kwa tractor. Tangwa the rings.
Hizo za kuchimba. Hizo nitangwa plow, tractor plow.
Hizo like hizo vitu zinakonga nyuma. So kuna ile sasa kwenda kukata. Ya kukata.
So kuna size fulani ya size fulani.
Jua kazi ya hizo vitu. that's what we talk about, the research.
Yes.
Do the research and know this one is used for this,
Yes.
this one is used for this.
Kweli,
Hawajatumia ile, hawajaingiza, hawajakata, hawajaplow vizuri. So this is what I'll tell you before we take a short break.
Yes.
And we continue with the preparation of land. But the most important thing, or the most take home you can take from preparation of land, is be there. Be there when it's being done. Don't delegate work. Be there. Be the one in charge.
The farmer,
Take charge,
the
and
chief
before
farmer.
that, do your research. Know what kind of tractor I need, and what kind of plowing I need to do.
Yes, yes.
Because if you don't do that, watakucheza watu huku nje, si watu wazuri.
Wanakupiga
And
poke.
especially if you're a first time farmer, it's very very important to know what kind of a tractor I need, what is done during
Yes, yes,
land preparation.
yes.
Not just plowing, not just doing all this.
Yes, yes.
Have the knowledge and put it into practice, and as you have said, just 2 words: be there.
Yes.
So you take a short break. We'll be right back with more of land preparation, and definitely fertilizers and manure. All right?
Majina ni Emmanuel Lelei ama Lelei kwenye Facebook. Mimi nashughulika na drip installation, na hiyo ndio kazi ambayo tunaifanya. Kwanza kabisa ningependa kuwashukuru African Farmers Club kwa huu wakati ambao wameweza kunialika katika ofisi yao. Ningependa kusema ya kwamba venye nimeweza kualikwa mahali hapa, mimi ningesema ya kwamba itakuwa ni ushirikiano ulio mwema baina ya drip irrigation, Takes Up na Africa Farmers Club. Nimekuwa nafanya hii kazi kwa muda mrefu. So far niko na 6 years kwa mambo na installation of drip, na kazi yenyewe ni nzuri, ninaipenda. Kitu ambacho ningependa kuwahimiza wananchi, hakuna mtu unaweza ukafanya kitu kama hujaweza kuipenda mwenyewe. So mimi napenda kazi yangu, kazi ambayo naifanya naipenda, na ndio sababu nimeweza kutilia maana ama nimeweza kuweka kilio kwenye kazi ambayo naweza kuifanya ya drip installation. So kazi yetu tunaifanya, na leo nimeweza kupata hii nafasi ya kuweza kuwa pamoja na African Farmers Club. So ukitaka kunipata kwenye mtandao Facebook utanipata kama Olelei Emmanuel, ama unipate na Olelei drip irrigation tips hapo. Ukini kwa Gmail utanipata emmanuellei@gmail.com, na kwenye YouTube bado utanipata kama irrigation tips hapo. Nambari yangu ya simu kwa wale ambao wanaweza kuwa wanauliza, nambari ya simu ni 0720041484. Ningependa kabisa nikaweza kuonyesha emitter ni nini na kazi yake na umuhimu wake pia ni nini. Unapoitazama hapa kuna drip line, na utaona kuna, ukiangalia kwenye sehemu ya juu kuna sehemu moja iko na hizo shimo ambayo inatoa maji, hiyo tunaita emitters. So maji, wakati wote maji inatokea kwenye hizo emitters, na hiyo emitter ikiweza kuwa uchafu ikiweza kuingia humo ndani haiwezi kutoa hiyo maji. So emitters ni kitu muhimu sana kwa drip line, maana hiyo ndio ina release maji iweza kuenda kwa mmea. So ningependa kueleza tu kama mtaweza kujua wakati unafanya installation ya drip, kama wameinstall shamba yako, make sure unaangalia kila wakati hizo emitters kama zimeangalia juu ama zimeangalia chini. Zikiangalia chini, hapo in the bottom yake kuna na chances ya uchafu. Wakati uko na uchafu kwa tank, ipite kwa filter, ikifika pale itaweza kublock hizo shimo na zitaweza kutoa maji. Number 2, wakati unafanya installation hapa kuna aina moja ya starter connectors, na ambayo sio starter connectors, hii tunaita min valve, ambayo ina uwezo unaweza ukaifunga mwenyewe ama ukaweza kuifungua. Kama unavyoona kuna maji yanatoka, na kuna ambayo ni direct starter connectors. So hii ni mojawapo ya mkulima mwenye anaanza anaweza akatumia kitu kama hii, maana anaweza akacontrol, ama ako na maji kidogo, unaweza ukacontrol wakati umefanya installation yako, unaweza ukacontrol hii maji, maana hii itakuwa na kazi kubwa.
Quarter past 4 p.m. right here on the award-winning station, or award-winning online radio, that is A Farmers Media, where we always about one thing only, telling the story of an African farmer in the best way possible that we can actually just give it to you. And this is the Farm Drive Show with me, Conrad Kibe, and definitely ZJ Timo, and we are talking about ginger farming. Ginger. That's the only song that comes to mind. I don't know. When we are talking about ginger farming, and what you need to do, or what you need to actually understand before you actually indulge, venture into ginger farming. It's something that is a game changer right now in the country, and definitely India is the largest producer and exporter of this, what we call ginger farming, in 50 countries, and that is approximately 70% of what is produced worldwide. So you see, this is a game changer, and it's coming into the country, and you can be part of this game changing movement that we call the spice movement. Talking about garlic, all this dania, we talked about it last week, but one. So be part of this movement, and the only way you can be part of this movement is just to understand what gets into what you need to understand before you get into ginger farming. And so before that, watu ambao wako huko nje probably hujaona the notice that the government has given about the rainfall in the country, and definitely hujajipanga vizuri kwa kivaa, ama uko pale nje you don't know sasa to harvest, sasa tulime, sasa tufanye aje na hii shamba.
Kweli kweli.
Haujajipanga vizuri.
Yes.
Labda uko mahali umeover
overdress.
Umeover irrigate. Ulipiga maji last week, lakini sasa mvua iko
kwa wingi.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Let's just help you.
Yes.
Ama ulikuwa umepanga kesho mimi na hiyo mimi napiga maji huko, hii imekauka sana. So let me help you on how the weather will be looking at tomorrow. So Nairobi, as always, heavy rainfall. Hiyo itaendelea Nairobi, so mtaendelea kukanika mko floods pale. Watu Mombasa Road high, mnaonekana ni kama mnapita kwa Indian Ocean juu mko Mombasa Road. Okay. So we'll be having very heavy rainfall tomorrow. The temperature is being low as 18 degrees. And Mombasa, huko ni mvua. It's a love-hate relationship, because you'll be having the rain together with the sun at the same time, or probably in intervals, with the degrees being as low, or the temperature being low as 26 degrees Celsius. Talking about Nakuru also, pale mvua inaanguka. The temperatures will be as low as 15 degrees. Eldoret the same, Kisumu the same, Thika the same. Huko kote kunanyesha, with temperatures being 16, 21 and 18 degrees Celsius respectively. Watu wa Malindi nyinyi tu ndio mko. I don't know where you are, guys. So if you're in Malindi, probably it's the best time to harvest, because pale jua itakuwa inatandika, with temperatures being low as 26 degrees. Watu wengine pia watakuwa na experience jua. That's very weird. Watu wa Garissa will be having as low as temperature as 30 degrees. And where watu pia Kilifi pia kutakuwa kuna jua, but watu watakuwa na fry. Watu, I don't know if you still produce sugarcane, but watu wa Mumias wakati ni wenyu. So whatever you do with your land, with your shamba tomorrow, just know that will be raining, temperatures being as low as 21 degrees. Watu wa Homa Bay pia huko, watu wa Homa Bay yeah, huko ndio nyumbani kwa Homa. Kipata Homa ni na Homa Bay. I used to use that bad joke. So watu wa Homa Bay tomorrow will be raining, the temperatures being low as 22 degrees. Watu wa Vasha, watu wa Subaru, kesho msiende huko, mwenda mjipanga, usipae tu kale
half jacket.
Kesho unaweza vaa hoodie, because temperatures will be as low as 14 degrees and it will be raining. Watu wa huko kwa wasps, watu wana nyuki. Also it'll be a bit cloudy with no rain, so itakuwa kuna katu weather nyingine na very funny. The temperatures being as low as 15 degrees. And lastly, we can come easy sides. Makueni tomorrow, heavy rain. The temperatures being as low as 19 degrees. And lastly, we can do hapa nyumbani Namanga. The last time I was there on Friday, kulinyesha so tomorrow will not be the same. Tomorrow mtakuwa too cloudy and a bit of sun. Temperatures being as low as 20 degrees. And lastly, tukuja hapa nyumbani na try kutafuta nyumbani. And we can do Athi River. Let's just do Athi River as the last one, because Athi River inakaribia nyumbani. So Athi River kesho tafadhali, kama uko na ndudhi tafadhali hakikisha umeweka mavudi. Kama unataka kufanya kitu yote Athi River, just make sure you are organized, because tomorrow you experience the same rainfall you experienced today and yesterday. So the temperatures will be as low as 18 degrees. So be advised accordingly and make sure you are safe. Stay safe. If you have to do anything with your farm, just make sure you've prepared yourself well.
Yes.
Juzi, I saw a photo on Twitter that I think it's a farmer who posted, and this one will affect you. It's a farmer who posted a photo of how the rainfall has affected chicks zake manzi. Wali ameka kuku, wamejaa sasa kuku zina float kwa maji zikiwa zinakufa. It was so painful to see that photo. Wow. Because you don't know what kind of investments ameweka. Na ni place big. Juna cheki yake kuku huko ni white tu. Kuku ameka mingi. So probably hakufanya raising yake vizuri, alafu maji ikakuja. Unajua ni kuku, so zime yani tu unaona you can see the pain from that photo. So painful.
If they are pure to farmers wanapitianga tough times. Kuna mwingine pia imagine kuja ika flood, alafu nyuma yake karibu na barabara. Ime flood, kuku zikakuja kwa barabara. Unaona this amachua kuku hizi ni because atake zilikuwa broilers. I think, and it was such a huge place. Like shamba yake hivyo unaenda unakata kona, ni kama ni kona unakata na barabara hivyo, ni nyumba ya kuku tu hivyo. So you can imagine hizo zote
It's
zilibebwa
a
na
big
maji.
loss. It's a big loss, especially right now when we're having such tough times and tough economy. So just make sure you're very safe. You make sure you done your preparation very, very well.
Yes.
Let's not have these losses. That's why we always give you the weather updates to understand what kind of rainfall. That's why I say it's heavy. When it's not heavy, I'll just tell you. When it's cloudy, I'll tell you.
Very true.
So that you prepare yourself adequately. Kama place yako iko raised enough, you know what to do.
Yes.
Especially you akuku manze, hiyo iliniwasha, iliniuma. I felt the pain from that photo. I was like, wow, what this guy is going through is too much.
And let me tell you, you see when especially when kama mtu ameinvest kwa chicks zikiwa ndogo, unaita msee anakangarada tu nazo hapo manze, anakangarada tu nazo hapo, analala nazo hapo kwa sababu zinaweza laliana, zinaweza finyana.
So probably yeye alikuwa tu pale manze akaona
maji
kwa nyumba tu
tu
anasema kuku ziko tu sawa ametulia, alafu na asubuhi you find nada.
Tunaomba mjamaa tu apate amani,
apate tu nguvu na amani, because that one will take a while before you heal, to even just come back, to even just come back to to being normal, because that's an investment. Hiyo ni biashara imeenda just like that. So this is very, very important. Hiyo ni saidi ya kuku. Now when it comes to ginger farming, if you don't want to be part of this, apart from the rainfall, don't blame the rainfall. This will be on you if you don't do your land preparation in a very, very good way. And so the beds of about 1 meter width, this is width, this is width, 15 centimeters height, and any convenient length are prepared at an interspace of 40 to 50 centimeters in between the beds. This ulisema inaletanga ni a bit kubwa, squeeze vitu,
alafu pia you could raise bed at almost half a meter high. 1 meter width, half a meter high, inasaidia water retention
sana. And so in case of irrigated crops, ridges are formed 40 centimeters apart. So if you're doing the irrigation,
ile ridges unatengeneza nini 40 centimeters
40 centimeters apart. And so that is all about land preparation. Remember, you actually overemphasize about you being there as a manager. Remember, this is about apprenticeship. You just learn from observing. So if you're not there when you're doing all this land preparation, the plowing, the beds, the raising of the beds, making sure that the interspaces are very, very okay and they are the best. We're talking about 40 to 50 centimeters. Manze kama uko hapo jo, it's gonna be on you. If you get your L's, unachukua L yako kwa umebeba nyumbani unapelekea watu wako nyumbani.
Umekula L
manze, unakula L ukiwa umeenda home.
Juu ulikuwa mzembe man.
But just make sure you're there, you just play your roles right. Be there, specifically when it comes to land preparation. Hizi zingine 1-2 you can use your farm manager if you have one. But land preparation when you starting, especially if you're a newcomer, you're new into farming, hey boss, just make sure you're there, and follow the guidelines, do your research, just know what kind of tractor. There are a lot of conmen out here, people who are very selfish, very greedy. So just make sure you've done your research, enough research, so that can kukugonga utakuwa umeiona you are one step ahead of those conmen or those greedy people that we have outside here. And especially if they know that wewe huyu ajui kitu unafanya, huyu ni bontawa, huyu hakuna kitu anajua. Wanakwambia hiyo tractor ni 10,000, tractor ni 10,000 na mafuta unaweka ya 5,000. So at the end you pay 15,000 for a tractor na kuna kazi inafanya.
Kumbe ni 1,505.
Kuna tell you, hey, hii kwanza yako unajua ni kazi mingi, ninakunywa diesel they just tell you mafuta imepanda bei, siji so many things, hadithi mingi.
Wacha.
And so when it comes to manure and fertilizers, it's very important to understand what actually gets to that. At the time of planting, composted cattle manure, animal manure, or compost at the rate of 25. Okay, this one cannot be applied. Talking about 50 kgs of P2 or 5. You will got neta ni?
Ni fertilizer.
Yeah, it's a fertilizer.
No, P205.
P205. K20
per hectare.
No, it depends,
Yes.
Depends. And they may be applied either by broadcast over the beds prior to planting, or applied in pits at the same time.
Okay, planting.
Yeah.
So unaweza sprinkle tu hivyo. Ama unaweka unaweka mbegu unafunika.
And it's easier kaula unatupa seeds alafu bado unatupa. At the same time you're planting, there's apply the fertilizer. So it's either way. as you're planting unaweka uto to seeds,
unaweka fertilizer, mbegu. Na unajua especially juu ni fertilizer na mbegu nafaa kuarada, usichome mbegu.
True.
So una limit kwa sababu ni start off
ya
kui blossom.
Na sianze na moto alafu inachomeka tu hivyo. So you can either try that when you are just doing when you're on the beds,
Yes.
And you're planting at the same time you're applying the fertilizer or the manure that you have.
Yes.
Just make sure kama especially if it's homemade compost.
Yes.
Umetengeneza vizuri, umechanganya vizuri, and so that now usikuwa umechoma mbegu zako zote
alafu umeacha imerot vizuri.
Yes.
Sasa ukienda pale nilikuwa nasema una plow round 1, una plow round 2 hiyo soil shike. Actually ingekuwa poa sana kama unge plow in hiyo compost manure. Iko ni kama una mix. Una mix. Alafu na lay mbegu.
And besides that, we have the 75 kg of nitrogen.
Yes.
It's recommended, which is applied in 2 equal splits, doses of 40 and 90 days after planting.
Wow.
So at 40 days after planting, 90 days after planting. So just make sure korada at 40 days and 90 days after planting. That's when we talk about having your calendar. Farm calendar. Yes. Very, very important to know when is the 40th day, when is the 90th day. All right?
Yes.
And the plants are to be earthed up after each top dressing with the fertilizers and beds rectified.
Yes.
Sema
kuzifunika vizuri.
Usiakishe unakisha the compost unaweza pata mseli ya compost mingi side moja and there are no seeds.
Ngori.
Becomes seeds ilisha dead pale.
Unajua
haina boost.
Nakupata kabisa. Na compost manure ainanga imeandikwa ingredients ama utajua nitrogen percentage ndio maana, lakini kuna wale farmers wanapimanga na macho. Anajua hapa nini moja ya wheelbarrow ninaweka kiasi.
This is out of topic kidogo.
Yes.
There's this guy who was working at a local breweries in Kenya.
Yes.
Alikuwa anatisho ukiwa huko kuna kamzee fulani. There's a certain guy who you know alcohol is written in percentage, like 5% alcohol. So this guy is a taster. I was wondering by the end of the day, you're not there, because he will taste and be like, no, this one is 50%. Shukisha kidogo. And I just it's the same 37. It's like quoting your caps.
This is Kenya.
Iko 35. Ana taste by just a sip.
Anakwambia
that one is around 40 something. Shukisha yetu ni 37.5 whatever.
Iko juu sana.
Shukisha kidogo.
Iko chini sana. Ongeza.
So now unaona wewe na taste tu na ulimi yake inakwambia. So for the farmers wanaangalia na macho nasema hii imeshika. Ongeza kiasi. It's a bit.
Nakupata.
And these people they trust their guts. They go with whatever their gut tells. Kama hii imetosha. Hata umwambie ni asema hii itafanya. It's the gut and not easy to listen to your gut. Sometimes you even doubt it. And so when it comes to mulching the beds with green leaves is an important operation for ginger.
Yes.
So besides a source of organic manure, mulching prevents washing of the soil. Na kisha manze mchanga ijaenda kila mahali, imeacha seeds zikiwa zimeacha hapo peke yake. Conserves soil moisture, smoothens weed growth, and improves the physical properties of the soil.
Very true.
This is mulching.
In form of like when the mulches zinaoza, so zina feed your soil and nutrients. Actually, I would advise most farmers, if you're doing farming, try and apply mulching. If you can, apply mulching. Whatever you're doing, is it capsicum, carrots, jaribu mulching.
It's very, very important.
It's very important, and also ukimulch pia inakusave a lot of irrigation, inakusave mambo mengi sana.
And also the first mulching is done at the time of planting.
Yes. So ukishapanda mbegu
set mulch. Just mulch. And then after that we're talking about the second one is given after 40th or 90th day, as we're talking about. So it's the same na pale kwa fertilizers.
Kwa no nitrogen.
Pale kwa nitrogen.
Apply nitrogen na apply mulching.
Exactly. So we're talking about immediately after weeding and the supplication of fertilizers.
Yes.
So immediately umefanya hivyo, you've done your weeding. Remember, weeding is very key when it comes to doing this kind of farming,
Yes.
make sure ukishamaliza the weeding part of it
Yes.
and fertilizers, now you can apply your mulch. This is after the 40th and 90th day. So the same time you're doing the fertilizers and the weeding, you can also do the mulching after you've done your weeding and also the fertilizing process or supplication of fertilizers.
Yes.
That one is very, very important.
Yes.
That is when it comes to mulching. And also the interspaces of the beds immediately after planting ginger, and they can be uprooted before second mulch and may also be used for second mulching after earthing up. That is the niche.
Also wanasema the katikati ya beds pia kuna mea weeds. So wanasema this time zikifika wewe unakuja unang'oa weeds ukikuja kwa apply first mulch na second mulch.
So ndio tunasema even when you're doing the second mulch, just make sure hizi weeds zenye ulikuwa kwanza unatoa weeds zenye umesema zina grow hapo katikati, alafu unaweka fertilizers, the nitrogen,
alafu mulch. Smart man.
That one is after the second one. Yes. The second one. Yes. Definitely after sasa zimeanza ku uproot, sasa umeshaanza kuona matokeo, you can do away with the mulching after that. You can decide it's okay, it's all right, that's done, you've served your purpose, thank you sir, you can go. And so coming to the most important thing, actually part of the most important things when it comes to planting or farming is watering. Watering is very, very key. Yes. And so do not allow the plants to dry out. This one usually hata ukiwa na kiwa ujiwachangi hivyo lazima kunywa maji. So do not allow the plants to actually dry out when they're still actively growing.
Yes.
As the weather cools, reduce watering.
Yes.
So ukishaona weather kameanza kukanika kako cool, kunaanza kuwa kamvua kidogo
unaongeza kama maji.
Ukianza kuwa kunyesha reduce the water. Lakini ukiona manze kumeanza kukaa Januari hivi, just need to start watering by yourselves. Yes. And so this will encourage the plants to form underground rhizomes, stems zinamea kutoka huko.
Sasa hiyo ginger ndio inaanza kumea sasa.
Yes. In dry areas, mist or spray plants regularly. Always avoid overwatering. Hapa ndio watu shida. Watu wa kwetu Central kama tuna overwater hadi chakula bana. What about plants? So make sure you've done justice to the plants. Yeah, I know you do a big injustice to warus, peas.
Warumi jina mtungi ya maji.
Overwater. So just make sure these ones are shaiba. Shafika stage ya kuliwa. But I can't tell my people when you do that.
Please do. We are listening.
It's because you're in a situation where you're in a wedding, right?
Yes.
You had invited 400 people.
Yes.
And now, because you're in an era of social media, watu wameamua by the way timu wako na harusi. And you don't have cards. So apparently 900 people come for your wedding. So what will you do? The only thing it will save. The only thing that will save you.
Mtungi ya maji.
Ni kuweka soup.
Kwa hivyo supu ilikuwa thin. Maji.
Yeah. Unachota hivi unawekea mtu nyama moja, piece mbili,
waru moja na maji.
Unachota hivi unawekea mtu piece mbili, nyama moja, waru moja. That's the only thing will save. Because if you don't have this soup, this overwater, people will watu watalala njaa. But that's the only way probably can
survival of the only way.
Ama you cooking and then somebody just comes uninvited. You can tell them, chill, we're having lunch or supper, so you just chill over there. Tukimaliza we'll call you.
Sure.
So the only thing you do is
soup.
Yeah. And it's one way of just teaching you next time, come after lunch.
So there's a message.
Yeah, there's a message. Ukiekewa supu iko mingi hata mchele ionekane. It's a message.
Unaambiwa next
time.
Either
come next time before so that you be counted, or just time after lunch.
Yes.
Ama kuja tu ukiwa umekula ukatae food.
Afrika gani anaweza kataa food? Afrika gani?
Everyone refuses until they are guilt tripped. Kwetu hawezi kuja ukatae chakula.
Anasema ni sawa.
That's everyone be like, I'm okay. Joshua, yes. Yes. So those are two things. But now don't do that. My people, don't do that. Don't do that to plants in the farm.
Yes.
Please don't overwater. So for you people you're in cool areas, mko huko kwetu central, just make sure kama mvua inafanya kazi yake, wacha mvua ifanye kazi yake.
Yes.
Kama ni ngori kidogo, you're having a bit of, you're not having weather, or you're not having the rainfall frequently,
Yes.
make sure you water it by yourself. But
Kugusia,
if there's a
gusia.
weather, if there's the rains, just make sure imefanya kazi yake. Yeah, that is all about watering. Most important thing, don't overwater. Hiyo nayo itakuchoma everywhere. Whatever you have in your farm right now, in your shamba, just make sure you're not overwatering, especially during these times of the long rains. Usianze kutuma watu, oh, amerudi shule. Okay, for the day scholars you have at home, or for the form 4 leavers that you have at home, just make sure usiwatume pale ati wanaenda ku, you know, you've ever seen that photo of someone washing a car when it's raining?
Yes, actually,
Ama watering the plants when it's raining. Don't, you can punish your child in other ways. Lakini si sahi kuwatuma kwa shamba unaambia water na kuna trees on surely. It's a bit crazy, yeah? Don't overwater because of your emotions. You don't want to see them seated, you don't want to see
kiboko.
Yeah.
Ama mpe wera.
Empatie kazi nyingine. Mwambie ikifika time ya kuharvest utakuja. Utakipata. Or go weed. Go weed. If you just want to see them in the farm, just give them something else. But right now, don't really overwater. Just make sure umejipanga vizuri. And so now we have already done our land preparation.
Yes.
Tushapiga research yetu. Tushaita farmers washa test the soil. Tushajua pH ni from around 5.5 to 6.5.
Yes.
Tushajua pH yetu iko fiti. Everything is okay. We've done the land preparation very well. We've plowed 4 to 5 times. We've done the sowing. Tushaweka seeds. Tushaweka manure. We've waited for 90 days. Everything we've done in line, watering when necessary.
Yes.
Now it's time to harvest.
Furahia.
Yes, sasa kufurahia mazao.
Tumengoja.
Wakati wako tumengoja. 10 to 12 months. Nayo tumengoja. The patience is there. It's about to pay. Tuko karibu mahali wanasema umekula ng'ombe mzima, mkia isikushinde bana. Mkia nayo isikushinde. Tuko hapo sasa kwa mkia. I don't know, I've never eaten a tail of an animal.
Wenangi pale unaona bezi ya mutura. Kuna kwa na mutura. Roho mara siku hizi ni mwana mwongeza ulimi ya ng'ombe. Hakuwezi kosa mkia.
Why would? Okay. Sasa mkia unakula na hiyo
inakuanga ngumu. Lakini ni cheap. So mtu anaona ni supplement. Kama beef sasa imepanda, una supplement.
Does it have any nutrients in the body?
No, si ni nyama tu.
Why would anyone eat that? Does it contain protein?
Mjua kuna watu wanasema I'm the head and not the tail. So labda.
No. You know, we continue. No, we cannot do this. Hapana. So harvesting ginger. Ginger is harvested at different times. At different times actually, depending on the usage. For processing into confectionery ginger products, hizi ndio zile unaambiwa ginger biscuits, ginger iko na ginger, tangawizi ni ginger. It's generally harvested after 5 to 6 months. Wow. Meanwhile, ginger for fresh consumption is generally harvested after 10 to 18 months. Patience pale umedungwa dawa zote za patience. The ginger, that's why ginger is expensive.
Ginger is very expensive.
Before the next time upate ginger, umekaa.
Kama sasa hivi unajua zawadi ilikuwa ndoziwa kapesi kadogo hivi. Mbao.
Sasa hivi 25.
Sasa hivi kanatoshana hivi ni kambao. So unaelewa season yenyewe tuko sasa hivi.
Oh yeah. And it's taking 10 to 18 months clearly before I get another product. Lazima ulipie. And so 10 to 18 months after the leaves have died down, and the plant is harvested either by using mechanical pullers, diggers, by using manual labor. Hapo ndio najua mnapenda hapo kwa manual labor, so that mtume watoto wenyu wafanye the actual thing where rhizomes are pulled and collected by hand. Hapo mnapenda sana. So you can see you can use any machinery. Wewe kama umemoka kidogo uko na vitu zako, kuna mechanical pullers zinaitoa kwa shamba. Hao ni watu wameomoka. But for you as a first time farmer and you have children pale uko na watoto 4, ile mikono 8 bana. Wewe cheza kama wewe. So probably people wamekuja uko na niece and nephews wamekuja kutembea, you can use them, right? So in come back, it's all about as we wind up on the two forms of ginger, and definitely kumalizia harvesting, because hapa ni pale unakula ng'ombe unashinda na
mkia bana.
Inakuwa ni mbaya.
Kweli.
Inakuwa ni mbaya. So when you come back, it's all about ending the way in a fantastic way, and definitely all about the traffic updates. Wale ambao wako Mombasa Road, manze msiswim, will help you.
We got you.
Yeah, wale ambao walikwama jana, don't worry, today is another, it's a different day, it's a new day. So if you're out there on the roads, you're wondering what am I gonna do, don't worry, the traffic is at the curfew is at 10, so we'll be right back with the traffic updates for watu wa Mombasa Road and all other roads around the CBD, and definitely as we wind up on ginger farming, right?
Here at the Farmers, we help you in the identification of crop pest diseases and nutrition deficiencies in crops for your successful farming. So if you want, I want to give you more information about the crop pest diseases, you can follow me in the farm to get more information from me. Hello farmers, today is another fine morning. We want to take you through about traditional African vegetables which are indigenous, and as you can see, indigenous vegetables do want more management, or these things like spray fertilizers, like exotic breeds, which requires more management and skills. If you go to the village, you can get people improving their living standards using these indigenous vegetables. You can get a woman in the market selling these vegetables because the management is not that hard or is not that expensive. So they improve their living standards and earn income and their daily bread via this one, and they get better salaries and whatever they want from the farm. You can get that they are having a small piece of farm like this, and they utilize all the space, putting different varieties and different types of indigenous vegetables which help them. Even these vegetables have a medicinal impact to our lives. As you can see now, I'm at pigweed. We can start with the pigweed. Pigweed is an indigenous vegetable which most farmers or which most people use it because the management is just cheap. It doesn't require more management skills and that technical skills to manage it, but it do well, and the soil variety varies from A to Z, but this crop do well in different and various soil types. Here, as you can see, you have cotton soil, which the variety that we have is soft, and a soft pigweed, which do well, and we read something here, and we are happy to take you through this and help you on how you can earn. Many people think that these things are weeds, and I want to assure you that many people who uses these traditional vegetables, they are more healthy than those who uses meat, the exotic vegetables that use chemicals. These indigenous crops are good for our healthy. So I will urge all of you to enroll into this business, to utilize their farms that are useless, to ensure that they are getting something from their farms. So as you can see here, harvesting, we have seeds. This pigweed has seeds, and you can harvest till you see the seeds come out, and you can pick the seeds dry and ensure that they are not dispersing. You put in an enclosed container to ensure that they are not dispersing from the point you are just gathering them uh, to ensure that you are just getting a good population in your farm. Sowing the seeds, you can just broadcast your seeds. After making a bed, you can broadcast your seeds into the soil and ensure that there is irrigation water to ensure that there is germination. But it doesn't require more moisture or more water, and it doesn't require waterlogging areas. It doesn't require much water to use it because it is tolerant to drought and on the sun. So I will urge you to do this pigweed farming. It doesn't require a big farm. Many people who produces this pigweed, they do on a small scale farm, but they earn more because it is a long-term crop, which it takes long before its life goes off.
It's 10 to 5 p.m. right here on Hey Farmers. This is an award-winning station right here on. We only do one job, that is telling the story of an African farmer in the best way possible. And definitely, this is the Farm Drive Show with me, Conrad Kibe, and ZGT Mo ameamua kutoka kidogo. You know, being firstborns and all that responsibilities, but apologies, na amesema amewatumia baraka mingi man as he walks out, but we have had an interesting conversation all about ginger farming, all about what is included or what are the necessities that you need to understand or you need to know before you get into actual ginger farming. All that we've talked about, from the steps that you need to get to understand, from the preparation of land, sorry, from up to the sowing of land, or to the sowing of the seed, sorry. We've talked about so much. We've known that ginger is from a rhizome, and rhizome is an underground stem. So all that you need to know, you need to do more research so that you get to be intentional, be very, very, very into it. When you're talking about preparation of land, be there, be active, be that farmer who is always on the land, and make sure you are an observant. You have learned some of these things apart from the research you've done online or probably from asking around. Just know from apprenticeship, it's very important when it comes to farming. You'll keep on understanding when you are in the farm by yourselves. You'll get to understand more of what you actually need to do when you are in the farm. And so basically, this is where we end our day in a fantastic way, because right about now it's time for the pan of the day. And today's pan is very, 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 very simple, straightforward. If my director can have it on the screen. And today's pan of the day, it's very simple. A crop farmer starts with what? What does a crop farmer start with? For you as a business owner, you start with whatever you start with. So for a crop farmer, starts with seed capital. All right, a seed capital. For you as a business person or someone who is into the business world, you start with capital for you to start business. But so for a crop farmer, they start with a seed capital. Yeah, that one is a very intellectual joke or very intellectual pun. So if you have it, then your rate or your level of humor is very, very high. So as we wind up on ginger farming, as we get to understand the two forms of ginger, that is the young ginger, which is usually available only in Asian markets, and does not need to be peeled. All right. So I don't know if you do your ginger or you cook your ginger or you prepare your ginger when you peeled, the ngozi. I don't know how you do it, you cover. So, but for the young ginger, this one is especially found in Asia, or just in India or around Asia doesn't need the peeling of that cover. That is very interesting. So that's the first typical type of ginger that is available. The second one is a mature ginger, is more readily available and has a tough skin that needs a lot of peeling. Yes, that's what you get, and probably that's what you will or that is what you will get into your farm. That is the mature ginger. So that's what we actually consume as a nation, probably as a region, as Africa. We get the mature ginger because we have seen the younger ginger is actually just found in Asia. So for the mature ginger is found in the rest of the world. So basically, if you have ever consumed ginger, then just know you've consumed mature ginger. That one that needs a lot of peeling. Hey, inakuanga ni ngumu, but you just need to do just that. And so when we're talking about harvesting, this is where we talk about the tail easy kukomia, because this is where we actually actualize the profits that you're talking about. Remember, you've helped you attain knowledge, we've helped you get to know your soil pH, your soil testing, we've helped you do all that. Then we've helped you gain or attain knowledge. And so the end result is more of you. You play probably 80% of it. Probably we as a farmers, we play the 20% of it. So you as a farmer, for you to grow your knowledge or for you to grow your profits, you need to understand the art of harvesting. This is why you actualize the profits. You'll have a very good process of doing the preparation of land, everything. You've watered, you've removed the weeds, you've had your manure, your fertilizer, all these things. When it comes to harvesting, hapo ndio watu wengi wanaanguka mtihani. And before we went on a short commercial break, we talked about it's different. If you're using ginger for confectionery production, that is probably you're having ginger biscuits, you're having tangawizi, all these for soft drinks, probably for products za mwili za nywele, all these products, you harvest your ginger 5 to 6 months early. But if you're having for this mature ginger for consumption here nyumbani tu, you do it 10 to 18 months. That is for fresh consumption. If you want your ginger to be hard, you have the hard cover, the hard where you just need a lot of peeling. You do it after 10 to 18 months, right? After the leaves have died down, that's when you do your harvesting. And so the plant is harvested. We talked about how it's harvested, and the easiest way, as an African way or an African man, you just need your people around. If you have just use them as quote unquote laborers. If you're having your children around or people around your home, or people you can pay per day, wakuje wakufanyie harvesting, and basically it's done by collection of hand. But kama umemoka kidogo, if you have if you're in a stage of privilege, you just do you can use the mechanical pullers, or probably you can use the diggers, right? But if haujafika hiyo stage, just do the manual laboring and you'll be good to go, because that's where you pull the rhizomes or the stems, the underground stems, using your hands. And so depending on the size of the operation and time of harvesting, the harvesting method may change from one farmer to another, right? And so most large and medium scale ginger farmers adopt a mechanized approach to lift and collect rhizomes. Some medium and small scale farmers may lift the rhizome mechanically or collect them by hand, while some may conduct the whole harvesting process manually. So it's up to you. What kind of a farmer are you? Have you done in a 5 acre piece of land? Have you done in a 1 acre piece of land? Are you doing in 200 acre piece of land? It's all about the what kind of a farmer you are, either small scale, medium scale, large scale, whatever kind of farming or farmer you are. Now that one will depend on what kind of mechanism you'll actually use to harvest. But it's very important to note how to do it. If you're using mechanical pullers, just know how to do it. If you're using manual laboring, just know how to do it, because here you collect by land, so it's what you see. But for those who are using mechanical pullers, probably you're using They're just machines. You're the ones controlling them. So it needs a lot of extra caution as you are doing all this, and it's very, very important and very necessary to understand what gets or comes with all this. And so lastly, store fresh ginger in a refrigerator or freezer. If left unpeeled, it can keep for up to 3 weeks in refrigerated or in a refrigerator, up to 6 months frozen. All right, so that's the best way to store your ginger. If you're not ready to sell, if probably you want, if you need of exporting, this is the best way to do it. Just make sure it's frozen. Put it, if it's frozen, it can last until 6 months. But if you're doing the we talked about the mature ginger, onanga ziko kwa soko, but how you store now and how you transport is the last part of that tale of the cow that we were actually feasting on. That's the last part of it. Just make sure the storing part and the transporting part of it is very, very, you've done it in a very careful way, in a very, very mature way, so that when you get into the consumer, they can keep on coming back to you because you've served them the right quality and the right quantity, and how you've done it, your service is of high standards. But this one will only be driven by how you do your transportation, by how you do your storage. All that will be dependent on that. Yote tisa ila kumi ni kwamba you just need to get to understand all this. It comes to the climate and the soil. We've talked about the soil pH being 5.5 to 6.5. You need to understand that. For the climate, you've talked about the warm areas and the humid areas. That's what you need to understand when it comes to the climate and the soil, and can only be done in a well-drained soil that can retain water and the water movement is okay. Talking about the red loam, clay loam, the sand soil, all these types of soil, as long as they're well drained, you're good to go as a farmer, and get to understand what kind of and the soil also should be rich in fertility. The fertility rate should be a bit high. Talking about preparation of land, we've talked about you need to be there. We've said the best time is before the long rains, which is just around January. There when we have uh, the sun is out and all. That's when you need to prepare your land. The plowing, we've said you need to be there as a farmer. You need to be there always to see how the land preparation is going through. The interspace of the beds, talking about 40 to 50 centimeters, all that, how raised is how high it's supposed to be raised, and all that. In case of irrigated crops, you need to understand what comes with this. And you for the better results of preparation of land, you need to be there. Be there, give guidance to the people, for the laborers who are there. Just give guidance as a farmer who is on ground. Don't be a farmer who does calls, Zoom calls, and just normal calls. All right. And so we've also talked about manure and fertilizers. Very important when to do this. You've said you can do this as you are doing the sowing. You can do the fertilizers. Make sure you've done it after 40 days and also after 90 days. Same case applies to mulching and watering. Said if it's dry seasons, just make sure you've done a bit of watering by yourself. Do the irrigation. But if you have in such a weather climate or such a season, just make sure you've not done more of overwatering. Let nature take its course, and that is the rain. And also the harvest, we finished with the harvest, and that was the 10th thing apart from the 9 things we've talked about. Yote tisa ya kumi ni kuwa when you're doing your harvesting, make sure the storage and the transportation is of high standard and high quality, so that ikifika kwa consumers, they will come back to you. So when we come back after this short break, watu ambao wako kwa barabara, all those traveling, all those around the CBD, will be giving you how the roads look like right about now, and you need to be home safe and sound because corona is everywhere. Corona is around, especially during these times. We need not to have any extra cost when it comes to accidents, mambo na insurance, sijui mambo nani amegonga nani. We need to be home safe and sound because the economy needs you, and we as a farmers needs you because you need to attain the knowledge and definitely grow your profits. All that after this short break. Welcome back to the award-winning station right here. This is a Farmers Media, and definitely this is your best favorite show, Farm Drive Show, with me, Conrad Kiba, and definitely ZJ Timo, who just walked away a few minutes ago. But he gives his apologies, and right about now, we give the traffic updates for those on the roads, and it's a bit messy on the roads. We're talking about around Roiro, kwa Cairo inbound, the weather there, and it's a bit flooded around there, but the traffic is packed. So if you're around that side of Zika Road, around Ruiru, mambo ni kubaya sana, ni zaidi ya. And talking about Donholm, outer ring is mad. So if you're around the outer ring at Donholm, Pale, it's crazy. It's crazy. I believe it's all about the road. It's all about the rains actually. And we can see Ken talking about Thika Road. Definitely Pale, yo, it's it's very wet. So make sure you, as you are headed home, as you're going to your workplace, for those who work at night, just make sure you are actually informed of what is happening on the road. And we're talking about Mombasa Road, so that's 7 minutes ago kuna mtu amekaa kwa barabara 4 hours. So make sure if you're using Mombasa Road, its traffic is very heavy, and because of the construction that is ongoing, and definitely the water that is there, I know it's it's very wet. And definitely as we continue with that is just to give you some guidelines on what is happening on the roads in terms of how wet it is and how the water is flooding the roads. So make sure we don't have notorious drivers on the road. So if you're traveling by PSV, just make sure you are home safe, and make sure you are using or you are following the guidelines, the 3 protocols being given by MOH, that is wearing your mask properly, making sure you sanitize when necessary, and keep your social distance as much as possible, especially during this time of rain. Just make sure Corona, I know everything has been uplifted, the economy is at least opening up, but one thing that is not going away or has not gone away is COVID-19. So make sure you are actually dressed well, you're actually safe, you're making sure you're keeping everything in touch. So definitely, as I've talked about Mombasa Road, if you're using that road, the construction is a bit messy, and the roads are a bit messy, and the water it's overflowing. Just make sure you are careful. Let's not have greedy and selfish drivers around those areas. And also Thika Road, things are not looking very well, especially with the splashing of water, and all this may make one driver not have the best bearing and everything. So make sure we are actually being courteous enough and kind enough in these roads, so that everyone goes home safely. Tusikue greedy tunataka kuchukua barabara zote, and because a lot of traffic, and bearing in mind curfews at 10 p.m, let everyone get home safe. Tuesdays is known to be a very busy day, so let's not pit one another on these roads of ours, because we need to let everyone go home safely. And for those going home, we need to let them go home as safely as possible, because you need everyone on the road. All right, sawa. So kama uko kwa hizi barabara, I wish you all the best, and make sure you are home safe and sound. Na chanua wenzako, waambie ni wapi, especially if you're using the PSV, niwaambie ni wapi wanaweza tumia chochoro ambazo zinanufaika ama za manufaa, so that because PSV is carrying so many people, so many parents around, so many farmers there. So we need to make everyone is home safe and sound. So be very safe on these roads of ours, and because we'll be needing you tomorrow right here at 8 a.m, because we'll be having DJ Nara and Ashley Marion having the breakfast show. Amazing show. And definitely after that, Lillian Thomas will be needing you at 11:30 to do the morning show. And as always, me, Timo, and myself will be needing you at 3 p.m. to do the Farm Drive Show, because this is the awarding winning station. This is A Farmers, where we do one thing only: tell the story of an African farmer in the best way possible. And we are here to help you attain knowledge and grow profits. So I wish you all the best. Be kind to one another. And as always, everything you touch, go work magic. Everything you touch, be the best. And just be the best version of yourself, even as you do whatever you do. And whatever you do, may it be blessed. And as always, watu wa Kiburi FC, we are playing today at 8 p.m, sorry. So I wish you all the best. Na kama kawaida, will be here to give you the corona updates, and definitely the traffic updates, the weather updates, and Kiburi updates. See you tomorrow, inshallah.